Hi, I'm Not Yet Dead, and welcome back to Shamrock Valley. So it's late spring, another sunny day. A little bit of cloud, nothing too crazy. And finally the weather's starting to warm up a little bit. So if you watch the last two videos that I put out, you'll notice that we actually got the wrong one. So I've ploughed, cultivated, and ploughed, limed, and cultivated two big arable fields, 1 and 3. I also limed the grass fields, field 2. I tried to lime field 7, but couldn't. I don't know why. Maybe it was too much growth on it. I don't think the growth was killed off over the winter, so I'll have to wait till next year for that. And because I had some lime left, I also bought a couple of extra fields 15 and 17, used up the lime. They've been ploughed, but they now need cultivating. And that's it. They're quite handy. I bought those two. They're quite small, but also they're right next to the pig farm. So I thought for pig crops, they're ideal. And I think I shall also buy this field 38, which I'm quite surprised isn't part of the pig farm, given it's right next to the back of the farm itself, and completely open to the yard. So it's got sugar beet in it at the moment, which I don't really need, but if I'm going to buy a field, I might as well buy it with a crop in. So I'll have to have a chat with the man who owns the field and see what he says. So lots to do. It's our last planting window day for all of our crops to get anything this year. So we can put in sunflowers, canola, oats, barley and wheat. Obviously there's a few crops there that you can't grow in Ireland. Off story, we are running an Irish, the Cork, I think it is, Seasons Geo. Also hopefully the animals should be arriving today, which will be good, but it also means we need to plan for that as well, so there's lots to do. So probably best if we grab a tractor and go buy some seed from the store. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to keep all of these tractors, but for now it's quite useful to have them. Say some of these were kindly left by the gentleman I bought the farm from. So yeah, it's been a busy day and a bit getting myself organised for the year ahead. I'm looking forward to the animals arriving though. So first thing to do is get some seed. I'm also going to buy at least one more seeder. Mind you, shall I buy it or lease it? I might buy it actually. Just because actually, of course, we can do winter planting, so we'll get used twice a year. Stuff that I can only use once a year, I'm going to lease. Things like harvesters and stuff like that only get used for a short period. So first thing to buy, I got in just the base game stuff. Okay, really? No, I don't. 2,100 for 8,100, 1,890. Yeah, so price is actually the same. But the pallets are more fun. Is that the only seed pallets I've got? Yep. Gonna get through it today. Also need to buy some fertilizer. I may as well get it while we're here. Been done. There we go. See what seeds they've got. Anything too big? Oh, and it's a direct sow. Oh, perfect. haven't actually used this yet. Duo rib. Oh, they're weird, aren't they? Standard's fine. I did say, so buy it or lease it. Buy it. I may get another one of those at some point. I understand you can connect them together. But first things first. And actually, the other thing to check, how much corn have we got? 11,642. Right, so I might need to get a planter as well. That will just lease. Fill up our seed. And for right now, I'm sure the man in the art and then the store won't mind. We'll just leave the pallets there rather than I haven't got front forks or anything yet, so we need to sort that out as well. So what should we, I think oats. Let's put oats in. Though we're not short of straw. I bought some with us. Let's just have a look around. I bought a few bales with us of straw, and of course there was still some left on the field. From when I was here last time, so we've got those bales well, so we aren't short of straw actually. But you know what? We can do one crop with straw. Would make sense. Got weeds coming through already, so we should get some weed killer as well. And I need to fertilise the grass and the pasture just there. So much to do. Oh no, not that. Actually, yeah, no, it's fine. Let's do that. Actually, let's square off the field. That's how we should do it. Try and square off the field best I can, and we'll come and do these little bits at the end. Yeah, so we've also got to get all the equipment we need for the animals, so you know, a straw blower, food mixer for the cows, something for water, all sorts of stuff. This one's reasonably straight. I'll run up the edge of this completely. It will need squaring off at some point, but that'll be good. So yeah, I did a couple of time lapses, struggling to get the time to do videos with chat at the moment. But plus it was a good way to get a lot of stuff done in a short space of time. So far really enjoying the map, really good. If we get lucky, might even see the steam train. . 'Cause 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 'c Right. Let's leave a worker to this for now. I can find my straight edge. Where's my straight edge? There it is. Straight-ish. Interesting enough, he's going to do that anyway. Okay. Right. Let's figure out what we need to do next. Right, I've grabbed the cultivator on the JCB. Just thought I'd pop down to these two fields. So, I think what I'm going to do is in these two fields near the pigs, they're quite small. So I'm going to put the same crop in them. I'm going to put corn in them. Because that's the main crop we'll need for our pigs. And we've got 11,000 litres, but I can't tell whether or not that'll be enough, so I figured we'd put corn in just to make sure. And then one of our other fields we'll also put in a crop canola or something. I probably shouldn't have put oats in, I probably should have focused on crops the pigs would definitely need. But anyway, it is what it is. So, turn those off. I found this cultivator a bit weird. Even when it's lowered, when it's not lowered rather, sorry, it cultivates and actually is quite slowing, if you see what I mean. There's quite a lot of strain on the tractor to pull it around. And yet when it's lowered, it works fine. But hey, I want to try it out. I think I've only leased it, so it's fine. Won't need it again now till after crops are done. A bit dark in this corner. Sun's still only just coming up. It's nice to see the trees getting greener and, you know, a bit more life. Spring is on its way. It is spring. Summer's on its way. Looks like I missed a spot when I was ploughing. Interesting enough, I'm not having the same problem with this tractor as I was having with the others yesterday. How odd. So off story, so I'm running seasons, obviously. So happy that seasons back, just totally changes the way you play the game. I guess when the base game came out it was nice not to have seasons for a while, but it is nice to get it back, have that rhythm of the seasons. There's a lot to figure out though, animals wise, crop wise, field rotations. Oh, need to think about that. Oh, I didn't think about that, oops. Right, so I need to figure out one that starts with corn and one that starts with oats, and I didn't think about what was in here previously, so that's probably going to be a potentially negative thing for us this year. Also, I don't particularly want to leave a field fallow. I've only got 4 fields. I have got, of course, technically 3 grass fields, though one of those is the sheep field. And I was umming and ahhing about ploughing one of them out to convert to crops, but I think for right now, until we can assess how much hay and grass we need for the animals. I'm going to leave them as they are. Though I have again bought some hay with us, bought some hay bales. I also bought a trailer load of silage, and of course we actually had some silage bales left from when I was here last time, which I thought about selling. I've only sell a couple, but I decided to keep the rest for now. Again, just for reasons of let's know what we've got. So mowing more fields is definitely on the list, because the benefits of leaving a field fallow for the odd year are huge. Right now I don't feel I've got enough, but we'll assess as time goes on whether or not we can do that. As you know, the money's dropped a bit, so we started at, we were looking at, it was 2,200,000 we had. That was after I'd spent about 80 grand on all the shipping costs for the machinery, the animals, and obviously those bits of bales and that kind of stuff that I was just talking about. So yeah, that's dented us a little bit. Since then, of course, quite a lot of leasing costs. Bought a couple of fields, bought a few bits of new equipment. But it's fine, we're not short. Kind of hoping to keep some of that in reserve, because of course we'll need it again, but providing it all goes on things like fields and stuff that are a good, not investment, well they are an investment, you spend the money on the field, you get your crops out of it while you own the field, and then you can sell it when you're done. So when we leave, fields will get the money back anyway. I won't be buying massive equipment, I'll mainly be leasing on this map, partly because of size, partly because it's seasons and it makes sense to do so. And actually partly because of the slot count we've got, I can't afford to keep lots and lots of equipment sitting around. So mainly purchase will be 1 or 2 seeders. I think makes sense because you can seed twice a year. Tractors, obviously, to keep a good stock of tractors we can use. I may occasionally lease a bigger one to get a bigger plough when we need to plough the fields and stuff like that. And obviously all the equipment we need for the animals that again we'll need throughout the year, not just for a day or two or month or two here and there. Currently running 3-day seasons, so essentially each game day is a month. And at the moment I'm running that at ×1 because there's so much to do. I'll probably do a mix of ×1, ×5. Maybe next year we'll move to 6-day. I just think at the moment there's not enough for us to go to 6-day seasons, but there's enough for us to do to run it at ×1 on 3-day. So there's one field cultivated. Let's get this one done. What I do find is that ×1, I'm going to get all of this stuff done in ×1 in a day, no problem, despite the fact there's a lot to do. But on the other hand, ×5 would be too fast. Kind of need something in between, a sort of ×2, ×3, would be the ideal, I think. ×5 the day just goes too quickly. Sometimes can be a bit of a struggle to get everything done. But it's fine, we just sort of balance it between the two, so apologies for that, I hope you don't mind. We'll work time to our own convenience. If only that were true in real life, but luckily this is just a simulator. This is quite a bigger field, so I'm not going to make you watch this. Try and keep it a slightly punchier video. I'll probably at some point go back to doing a bit of a mix of narrated and time-lapse, but I've just done a couple of time-lapse videos, so I don't really want to do any time-lapse today particularly. Just want to get the jobs done. How are we doing? Did we do alright in the previous field? Yep, looks okay. I've not missed anything. How's our worker getting on? Oh, pretty good. Nice. And I noticed there were some weeds that cropped up in field 1. Can't see them there though, which is interesting. Oh yeah, there's a couple of patches in field 3, look. Okay. Well, with field 1 there's quite a few red patches where I missed out with the plough, so I guess maybe that's why the pink's less obvious, but field 3 did a better job. That there's still a patch here that's got some unploughed areas, but yeah, there's a couple of patches of pink. But that's fine, they'll go with the seeding. So yeah, get this cultivated, and we best go get a planter and get the corn in too. I'll see you in a little while. So there is one snag of using this seeder. It's a little bit wide for these roads, but never mind. I just realised, whilst I've got one worker seeding one field, I just bought it, didn't I? Another seeder, which, given that I'm going to plant corn, I wasn't using, so I thought I might as well come and get it going. Otherwise it's a bit of a waste of, well, a seeder really. Yeah, I thought I'd come and get the old New Holland on here, and I think this is going to have to be canola, so we keep some in stock for the pigs. And again then, worth looking at, the nice gentleman did leave some crops behind. Yeah, so we've only got 11,000 litres of canola, because wheat we've got, and barley a little extra, because that's what we harvested when we were here last. Canola again, we've only got 11,000 litres, and it's another main crop the pigs need, so I think canola in here, we've got plenty of wheat and barley, so that will be fine. You know what, let's do this properly. Maybe I could be running at ×5 actually. Then of course it also gives us the opportunity, helpful if I changed it, wouldn't it? Yeah, it also gives us the opportunity to do some spraying today, be that preemptive herbicide or fertilising the grass fields, or, you know, as well as we also need to get all of the equipment we need for the animals before they arrive, start getting them sorted out. So there is quite a lot to do. Quite a funny shaped field, this one. For as long as I'm doing it, I'll try and cover as much as I can. Get work on a little bit of it, I think. I haven't used a seeder before, it's been out for ages, but it's actually quite a nice one to use, quite like it. If we get another one, you can run them in formation, so we could get 2 or 3 and either have them multiple fields or run them together, or, you know, as we start getting bigger fields or more fields. I left a gap. Oh no, that's all right. Thought maybe I had. Cool. get all this done. Hi, so yep, you joined me a little bit later on. We've got, that field is now finished seeding, field 3, I think that one is in my field plan. Just see the train going away. And I've just leased this Lemkin planter with the front fertilizer box. So we're going to take this down to fields 15 and 17, which are now cultivated and ready to go, and get it started. So the other thing, it's a bit later in the morning. I've had some gentlemen come in and install some water pumps for us. We'll have a look at one of those in a minute. But yeah, they're installed at each of our... Actually, I'm going to leave that gate open, it's not going to be in the way. Yeah, they're installed at each of our animal pens, so we're going to look at one in a minute. And I've also started to bring down some crops from the main farm down the pig farm. In fact, we've got a little bit more of that to do, but I just thought I'd come and get this going. We'll perhaps leave a worker to it. I'll come and tidy up later on. So yeah, this will be our last field to be... Actually, no, sorry. Oh, why am I planting corn? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, and there's a problem. So I hadn't realised that before, so... Oh, that's done, isn't it? So theoretically that's not going to germinate. You know what, let's run it as an experiment. If this doesn't work, I'm going to have to take this geo off, because I can't not have corn for the pigs. Right, sorry, okay, that was a bit dumb. Yeah, because it will massively reduce the productivity of our pigs. So I might need to remove the geo, which would be a shame. But hey, looks like you can't grow corn in Ireland, at least not in Cork, anyway. Which is where the geo that I'm using. Oh, I hadn't noticed that, how stupid. I hadn't even thought that you wouldn't be able to grow corn. Oh well, fine. It's what it is. We'll see what we can do. We'll try it out. Like I say, if it fails, bit of an experiment, then yeah, we'll have to remove the geo, because I can't not be able to grow it. I could just buy pig food, but I don't particularly want to. See how we get on. Well, I could do. I don't very often. We'll see. Anyway, for now we'll get it planted and we'll see what happens. We'll consider it an experiment. That would be a waste of 2 fields in our first year, but never mind. So yeah, so let's get a worker on this. I was going to show buying some equipment. So I've heard from the company that are transporting the animals that they will be with us a little bit later on. Just get out of his way. Take a walk across the field. So how's that looking actually? Because that should now be showing planted and fertilised 1 level. Showing us corn. Showing us planted. Be interested to see what happens in the next growth stage. Okay. Do need to think about weeding. We've got some weeds up in field 3. Not many. The odd patch. A couple of little patches in field 1 as well. But of course we also need to start thinking about fertilising. Grass. Field 2 needs 2 lots. Field 7 still needs lime. Oh, sorry, field 2 needs 1 lot. Field 7 needs lime. Too late for this year, lime next year, and 2 lots of fertilisation. So yeah, and both fields 1 and 3 need 2 lots of fertilisation, so lots of spraying to be done as well. Yeah, be interested to see what happens to that. Right, so I'll head down to the pig farm. So like I said, I've already brought down 2 loads of crop. So we had I brought down all the corn that was up at the main yard in the main silo, and I brought down all of the canola that was up in the main yard at the main silo, and left the tractor here for a minute. So we'll now just quickly run up. We just get a load of wheat or barley. Actually, we'll have to look at the prices and figure out how we want to play that. I feel I'm going to be doing this run quite a lot. So yeah, yep, animals arriving a little bit later on, which means I really need to start thinking about going and buying some equipment I need to keep them going. So I say I've got these little pumps installed which will just help a little bit, so they just make sure that the water doesn't run out in the water troughs, so we don't start to have problems of dehydration in the animals if I forget to fill them up. But I still need to try and keep them filled up myself if I can. They're only there as emergency supplies, so I'll still need something to carry water to make sure. So yeah, so I'll need some sort of water canister for each of the farms, or just get one and transport between the two, but that could make this, you know, going back and forth down here quite arduous a lot. And obviously I'll need something. I'll need a mixer for the cow feed, and I'll need front loader forks and, you know, shovel and bale spikes and stuff. Probably put that from the JCB, I think, to be able to, you know, move bales around. I'll need a bale shredder, at least one, probably just get one actually. I'm not sure I really want to, for now at least. So yeah, so lots of equipment to buy. I was thinking about doing it on screen, but you know what, you know the sort of stuff I need to get. I'll buy it and then we can talk about it as we use it once the animals arrive, which is quite exciting. It'd be nice to get them in. So yeah, but we'll just run up, probably getting towards the end of the video to be honest. We'll just run up and get this wheat and or barley. I'll have a look in a second and see what we're going to do. Bit of a flashing problem on the mirrors. Oh, and actually I've also got over at the store, I was going to show on screen, but again I won't, it's fine. When I'm over at the store, I'm going to sell the cedar that we had, so the little Amazon cedar that was at the farm already. I'm going to sell that one. I've got the massive Ferguson one now, which is that bit bigger, and I might get a second one of those because they can be towed around in tandem. They can be used in parallel if need be. I could even get a third if I really want to increase my seeding width, or I can just use them separately as two separate cedars. Yeah, I might do that. Sell that off as well. Just start thinking about streamlining the equipment we've got. Right, so actually, prices. Got much more wheat. Yeah. On average, prices for wheat are slightly higher. Not a lot, but slightly higher. And we can use... Yep, wheat or barley. Yep, wheat or barley. Okay, fine. So yeah, let's go with the barley then. Take this as a full load. Measure. We've got plenty. I'll make around there in one, am I? Just to come in the other way actually. Note self. Right, so this is going to be a potentially slow journey back. Quite a full trailer for this tractor to be pulling about. So, I'll run this down to the pig farm, and we'll get the corn for what it's worth. Maybe I'll just do one field of corn rather than two. But yeah, maybe I'll put something else in the other one, just in case it fails. I'm not wasting both fields. Not that I'll get much out of that smaller field anyway, but still. Yeah, we'll see what comes of that. And I'll see you in the next episode, where hopefully we'll be getting the arrival of the animals. And then we'll spend a bit of time getting them all settled in and sorted with whatever they need. And yeah, we'll carry on from there. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, likes and subscriptions very much appreciated. And I'll see you on the next one. Sometime soon, I hope. Bye for now.